We've got the top 10 ads for this week in fantasy baseball coming up next on Beat the Odds. Do not go anywhere. Hello, sports fans. Welcome back to another episode of Beat the Odds. We're going to take a look at the top 10 baseball ads for this week. If you like this type of content, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that way you'll be notified whenever we drop an episode. Let's jump right in here to number 10. We've got JoJo Romero, 8% owned. Last week he pitched 3 innings with a save, 3 strikeouts, 3.00 ERA, 0.67 whip. Now Ryan Helsley is questionable to return this season, leaving closing duties to both Giovanni Gallegos and Romero. It's likely that Gallegos will have the majority of the opportunities, but Romero could find himself with a few more chances before the season comes to a close. And Romero is not going to hurt you anywhere in the stats, and if your league counts holds, then he becomes a much more valuable pickup. Let's go to number 9. We got Josh Rojas, 22% owned, batting 9th in the lineup in Seattle. Over the last week, he scored 9 runs with 2 homers, 6 runs batted in, 3 stolen bases, 444 average. Rojas has been absolutely electric since joining the Seattle Mariners. He is the top-ranked player in Yahoo Fantasy Sports over the past week, flashing his ability to contribute in every category. Now, I would believe in the speed, but not quite the power so much, as Rojas' 2 homers this week is more than he's had in his other 222 at-bats this year. Nevertheless, he's an intriguing pickup playing for the suddenly NL West leading Mariner team. To number 8 we go. We got Tommy Pham, 34% owned, batting 3rd in the lineup in Arizona. He posted 5 runs batted in with 2 stolen bases and a 182 average last week. Pham has cemented himself as the number 3 spot in the Arizona order, and he's probably going to hang on to that spot here in September. He's been a power speed threat his entire career and could easily get your squad a handful of both before the season closes. Arizona is surging at the moment behind Carroll, Marte, and Walker, each of which are positioned around Pham in the lineup. Ezekiel Tavares next at number 7, 45% owned, batting 2nd in the lineup in Colorado. Last week he posted 2 runs with a homer, 4 runs batted in, and a 182 average. Tovar does strike out a lot and he doesn't walk much, but he's locked in at the number 2 spot in Colorado, and he's starting to barrel up a little bit here. Now, he's only 22, so there's still a great deal of growth. He is a plus defender, and he's got great speed. The defense that he plays at shortstop will help him stick in the lineup, and the good speed will typically place him in the top end of that lineup. Let's go to number 6. We got Royce Lewis, 37% owned, batting 5th in the lineup in Minnesota. Last week he had 4 runs, 2 homers, 3 runs batted in, 273 average. Lewis has logged 132 at-bats this year and has shown the world why he was a highly touted prospect. He seems to line up near the middle of the Twins order every day, and that's certainly going to help him with important counting stats as the season continues. Lewis is probably the safest pickup on this list that you can make this week. Number 5 we go. We got Cutter Crawford, 28% owned. 5 innings pitched last week, 7 strikeouts, 3.60 ERA, 1 whip. It's safe to say that if you are looking at your rotation, you'll likely have at least one starter performing worse than Crawford right now. Crawford has a 9K per 9 and a sub 1.10 whip for the season, and those stats are going to work on any roster. Go get him right now, and don't look back. To number 4, we got Eddie Rosario, 54% owned, batting 6th in the lineup in Atlanta. Last week he posted 2 runs with a homer, 3 runs batted in, and a stolen base, 333 average. Now, I'm not usually big on platoon guys, but Rosario is certainly worth the work. It is well documented how scary the Braves lineup is, and Rosario slots in a very favorable spot in that lineup. He's now up to 20 home runs on the season, one of 7 20 home run hitters on the team. I'd pick him up, and I'd make sure to stay active on your daily lineups to ensure that you're going to get the most out of Eddie Rosario as the season comes to an end. Let's go to number 3. We got Yandy Diaz, 58% owned, batting 5th in the lineup in Houston. Last week he had 3 runs scored on a homer, 4 runs batted in, and a 267 average. With Altuve back in the lineup, the thought was that Diaz would lose some playing time. That just hasn't been the case, as Diaz's offense has been a huge asset for Houston. It's doubtful that you're going to find a better catcher off the wire this season, and Diaz should be a lock as a top 10 catcher in 2024. Let's move on to number 2. We got Hyunjin Ryu, 60% owned. Last week, he posted 10 innings with 12 strikeouts and a win, 1.80 ERA, 0.90 whip. Ryu has worked hard in his recovery from Tommy John and has flashed the control that has been a staple in his career so far since he's been back up. Now, Toronto does have some weaker offenses lining up here over the next couple of weeks, which will likely give Ryu the chance to continue his success going into September. And last but not least, at number 1, we have Nolan Jones, 38% owned, batting 6th in the lineup in Colorado. Last week, he posted 4 runs with a homer, 3 runs batted in a 273 average. Now, first base eligible with the ability to hit for power and steal bases makes Jones a luxury pickup for any team that's looking to bolster their lineups for the playoffs. It's really rare to find 5 category contributors on the waiver wire, so if you do need this type of quality bat, you know what to do. Go and pick him up immediately. And that's going to do it here for this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, please do leave a like on the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. We are going to sign off for now, but we are going to catch you guys on our next episode.